now, the Sea of the Damned will be home to war waged between pirates. Not the damned, but those still unbound by the will of your ferryman. The pirate war between those who remain free. And they will remain free for a little time yet. The War of the Flame was always destined to be waged. And for now, this is but a petty distraction to what's to come.
Hey, you beautiful Buccaneers, Falcore here, bringing you yet another lovingly overanalyzed Sea of Thieves tease because Rare dropped a sentence and I, legally, must turn it into a series of theory videos. Now this hint from the orb, it's not the flashiest prophecy we've ever heard, no giant explosions, no ominous laughter echoing across the seas, but don't let that fool you. This one is sneaky, and Sea of Thieves lore is at its most dangerous when it's being sneaky. In this fairly unsubtle hint, the orb tells us that the Emerald Gates will open, and that a war will be waged within the Sea of the Damned. And yes, before anyone types it, that is absolutely a nod to the portals we've already seen with the Pirate's Life Tall Tales and Adventures. Rare aren't even pretending otherwise. But here's where it gets interesting. That single line tells us two very important things. Firstly, it pretty much confirms that we're getting a brand new region inside the Sea of the Damned, and not a quick adventure space, an actual region. Second, the wording heavily suggests PvP. A war, ships clashing, cannons firing, controllers being gently but firmly placed down on desks. Now the orb also mentions the War of the Flame, which is very clearly a nod to the War of Fate, or as we all know it, Hourglass. This strongly suggests that what we're seeing here isn't a brand new system, but an expansion of Hourglass itself. And the imagery backs this up. We see multiple ships fighting within the Sea of the Damned, not just two ships awkwardly circling each other for 45 minutes, but an actual battlefield. That points toward a completely new way to play Hourglass. Ideally, an optional one, because in my opinion, that is one of the biggest negatives of Hourglass. It's just the same thing over and over and over again. And we know Rare can do this, we've already seen it. Anyone who remembers the Hunter's Cry update will remember that one adventure accidentally turned into a full-blown TDM arena, completely unintentionally, which is somehow the most Sea of Thieves thing imaginable. Now outside of the 10 people still yelling "Bring back arena" into the void, this tease tells us something even bigger. Rare are actively using portals and existing mechanics to expand the playable world. And while this particular tease is clearly leaning toward PvP, it also shows us that the team is investing time into scalable map expansion, something they haven't really done since the Devil's Roar. And that is the big deal. There are multiple orb clues outside of this one pointing towards this mechanic being expanded further in 2026. Without question, we are going to see the seas literally grow, new zones to fight in, explore, and inevitably sink in. And honestly, that's the most exciting piece of news we've had in years. Now, because I'm breaking these teasers down in stages, I'm not going to go full tinfoil hat just yet, but for those shouting "Bring back arena," I think you're going to get your wish, just not in the way you expect. And for those shouting "Ice Zone," I admire your optimism, I don't share it, but you will be getting a zone. More on that very specific wording in an upcoming video. Now let's move on to the next part.
Soaked in mist and magic, a place known as the Devil's Roar. That's where Blade was bound. And so, that was a secret he kept from us. Our most sacred temple, one of 9, now desecrated with the name Molten Sands. The place where blessings were made, and the magic of these seas was forged like iron in a fire.
The orb talks about Molten Sands Fortress, describing it as a temple of the ancients, a place of binding magic, where souls were bound to objects. And yes, the orb suggests that this is where Flameheart first learned how to dodge death like it was an inconvenient parking ticket, ultimately leading to his resurrection. The orb also mentions that Molten Sands was once an ancient temple, one of 9, and this is where theories start flying. Some people believe that these other temples are the skeleton camps, and respectfully, I don't think think so. They're not temples, they're burial shrines. This is made painfully obvious by the crypts, the buried disciples, and the fact that all their ancient knowledge is stored on what can only be described as a cursed USB stick. These other temples, I believe, are still out there, and I think this clue, 1 of 9, heavily suggests world expansion. Apart from one, because one of them has been hiding in plain sight for a very long time. But we'll save that revelation for later, as we dig deeper into the remaining orb's clues. Because trust me, the good stuff hasn't even started yet. So please remember to drop a like and drop a subscription so you don't miss out on further revelations. And until next time, happy sailing.